All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. As you can see here, I pulled out some of my Samsung phones, and they are updating, and they have been updated. So this is my S24 Ultra. This is my S23 Ultra. As you can see, these guys are way behind. I was speaking to someone in my group last night, and they were like, "Hey, we got on the 23 lineup, we got the April patch already." I think that's what he was saying, because now my S24 Ultra and my S24 Plus are on the April patch, and we're still at the end of March. Now, I often wondered. Now, I'm not one of those people who has to have the security patches first. I know that in the past, a lot of people say, "Oh, Jay, you should worry about security patches because, it protects the phone. All these different things," and I get it. Obviously, I understand security patches, but I'm just that person who, if I don't have it and my device still works, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that big of a deal for me if my device doesn't get a security patch first. But what does surprise me is how Google pushes out updates versus Samsung and others. So, if you look at the updates on my Pixel lineup, I'm still on the March security patch. Being first doesn't mean anything. Obviously, I just grabbed one of my Pixels, but being first doesn't mean something. Oh my gosh, they're first. But it is kind of. I think you have to admit it's kind of strange though sometimes that the Pixel lineup gets the patches after the other platform, after the other OEMs. That is kind of strange. But all of the Samsung phones are now. This is the March security patch, by the way. It's not the April security patch. It's March 1st patch. Why my phones took so long to get this patch? If you've had One UI 6.1 on your devices, on your 23 lineup, let me know how long you've had it. Mine seems to take. They seem to take a lot longer than some of the others. I don't know why. There's a lot of people that say, "Hey, I had that on mine already," and that's just what it is. So on my OnePlus Open here, you can see I'm still on the February security patch. So they stagger these things in because obviously the security patches aren't free, and I guess Samsung has the money to ball out like that and pump out security patches. I didn't learn about that until I was with when I was taking all those trips and everything and going on things with ZTE, the company ZTE. I was shocked to know that companies had to pay. This is back in the day. Companies had to pay for updates, like to do this next security patch. They had to pay for it. So that's the business. I guess I'll say that's the business. But yeah, man. My S24 Ultra is now up to date on the April security patch, along with my S24 Plus, and I will show you that now. So if you're a person who you just need that security patch, or you rely on it, I get it. I mean, I'm not that person who has to have the security patch right away, but it does mean something, obviously. So here are both my devices with the April security patch, my S24 Plus and the S24 Ultra. Now, I suspect that, the the S23 lineup will get this, and then maybe afterwards it'll go to the April security patch. I would suspect that it would. I'm hoping that it does. But if it doesn't, then it is what it is. I was messing around with these generator wallpapers. So you can see I made this one. And this is a side note, I made this one. You'll know that it's generated. You'll see that little AI generated mark at the bottom of pictures. You remember Samsung said that. So I made this wallpaper on there. So I'll do a separate video on how to do the wallpapers. But nonetheless, I'm happy that my 24 lineup now has. I don't know why I took my case off to prove to you that it was S24 Ultra. I don't know. my Rinky, yeah, nice. My 24 lineup has the updates, and now these devices right here are getting the software update. So I want to do a quick video, let you guys know. Check your Samsung. Oh, and this is the Z Fold5, Z Flip5, and the S23 Ultra, by the way. So if you have an S23 Ultra, this is still my blue one. Remember, I decided not to trade in my Rinky cases. Just work so good on here. I decided not to trade in my my device, so because it's just too good. I would have lost so much money doing it with them. But this is One UI 6 that is hitting my devices. And excuse me, a sip of the morning coffee. This is One UI 6 that is just now hitting. As you can see here, update, ready to install, One UI 6.1. So that's a huge plus. I really wasn't expecting this because I literally just last night had a conversation about, hey, my 23 lineup doesn't have it yet. So now it has it. It has, way down here you can see, it's going to go to the security patch for March 1st, and it's going to go up to 6.1. And basically it's going to give you all the AI stuff, which is, and this is again a reason why you don't have to buy the S24 lineup or move to the next lineup every year when it comes out. This is just that thing. You just don't have to do it. And I understand a lot of people, marketing is strong. Let's be clear here. Marketing is strong. And some companies have great marketing. They will convince you that the next best thing is the next version, and you don't have to worry about that. You can live vicariously through people like us who tend to buy every device that comes out because that's what we do. This is a good thing to be able to experience all these devices. But it's going to go ahead and bring, it says, unleash the new ways to create, connect, and more. Galaxy AI, Galaxy. Remember when I created that back in the day? Galaxy. Galaxy AI lets you search and summarize, edit and organize, and even create something completely new that's uniquely you. Your Galaxy is now more powerful than ever before. So you can see all the changes right here. It tells you everything right here. Circle to search, and I think it's kind of a shame that again, we do fall for this marketing where we see the new device and the new device isn't even that much different. It is so subtle. Like, as a person, when I saw this S24 Plus, taking the case off, when I saw the S24 Plus, I was like, yeah, this obviously is just a subtle upgrade. You know what I'm saying? I have lens protectors on here, and the ones I had on here, I took them off, to wear a certain case. Then I realized it didn't work. Then I couldn't put them back. Then I went back to my Rinky case. That sucks. But nonetheless, I see these subtle changes that they do, and it's titanium now. Let's be clear. It's back in the day when Apple sued Samsung or whatever. As I move forward, it's legit, man. It's kind of like, dang, everything they do. I have titanium phones. Like, it's not that they're doing everything Apple is doing out per se. It's kind of like Apple's beating everybody to the punch because they know that's going to be the next thing that everyone does. Like with T-Mobile, I'm not going to say they copy everything Apple does because they're clearly, Samsung's an innovator. They've got all different types of phones out there, and Apple does not. So I retract some of that. But some of the statements about them doing what Apple does is somewhat true. It is true a little bit. I'm going to be fair. It's a little true that they copy some things that Apple does. So, but with that said, and that aside, I think Samsung is a much better innovator than Apple has ever been. Apple's kind of doing the same thing over and over and over again. Ironically enough, I'm recording with the iPhone 15 Pro. I love the video cameras on here. But nonetheless, these subtle changes that they do to these devices, man, and they get you to upgrade, and you really don't have to. It's like they show you this stuff that they know is going to intrigue you. That marketing 101, if they can get into your head just a little bit, they can convince you that this is the right thing to do. We can trade in your device, sell it back to us for half the price after only a year, and we're going to sell it for a third more once we get it back, and we get your money all over again. That's kind of how it's working. But anyway, these are all the things. If you didn't buy the S24 Ultra, or you know what I'm saying, and you have, or just the S24 lineup, you still have your S23 lineup, you now should have it. And then remember, if you got this before me, like, let me know when you got it, because I actually got the April update on these devices the other day. And then I come in today, and then these are updated here. So pretty impressive. All these things are now on the S24, S23 lineup. Everything that's on the S24 lineup pretty much is nice. So I was gonna show you how to make a wallpaper, and I just throw it all in this video. There's no need for me to make a separate video on how to do this. So if you didn't know, on the devices here, you can do a nice wallpaper setup. So as you can see here, this is the one that I made for my S23 Plus. And now you can choose these right here. And I chose, obviously, this. I chose the night one, which is that one. You can choose these, and then you can create something new. So you can choose these, but I came down here and I created one of these. So let's just do it. I like to do uniform. So you can literally change these like this. Go in and do waves, clouds, ice. You can change it. See how it's changing here? And you just hit generate down at the bottom. Yeah. So you go in. Oops, man, I didn't mean to do that. Blue. And then you could do mountains, like it's got mountains or whatever. You could do cliffs, waves, clouds. So let's generate this, and you got to agree to some terms that you don't even know what you're freaking agreeing to. And then it's going to generate, and then boom. And then here's my new set that I've made right here. Look at that. That's freaking crazy. Dope. Just sick. This is so nice. I really like that you could do this. So let's go with, that's the clouds. That's the cliffs. Let's go with this joint right here. And then you set it and forget it. Remember that? Some of you guys might not be old enough to remember that. But then there you go. And now boom, you got a nice fancy wallpaper. Remember, it's set, but you know it's AI generated when it's down there like that. And then I got different kinds right here. See, so that is a very nice way to create your wallpapers or whatever. But if you have the new 24 lineup, you're already on the April patch. And if you're on the 23 lineup, you now have the One UI 6.1 waiting for you if you haven't already done so. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.